Play fake, read. Here's a heat. Trying to make something happen. Got his man on the right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36. One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Maryland Terrapins. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. He said these kind of matchups are always fun when he's going against a former Nick Saban assistant. As you know, they have a pretty famous text chain of guys who came up under coach. They have some similarities, but they have some differences. What I do know, it's always a good game when these guys match up. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. On the run, it's Owens. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to him. Got enough for the first. There's a crease. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer.
Turning it on. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. A&M comes back out with another first down. DBs locked up tight on the receivers. The give to the tailback. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Using his legs, it's Morrow. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Going to the run, it's Morrow, and they get him down.
And that's not a surprise who made that play. And this is just the opening drive, but we're going to hear his name a lot. He flies all over the field, shows up in the run, shows up in the pass. Big-time playmaking linebacker that every time you turn on the tape, you see him flying around.
On the gun on third down, Reed. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the fourth down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
Right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Offense in a bunch formation. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, it's Durham. And an explosive play, has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Terrapins come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to the ground with the running back. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on third and short from the 29. To the ground to try to move the chains. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 13.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Oh, they're after him. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
The run inside. It's Howard. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to throw. It's Washington. Quickly to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Runs through a tackle. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
And the Terrapins have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. It's Fleming. On the move at the 30. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Right back to the well. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They put a drive together, first and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
And the Terrapins will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Pressure coming, and he never had a chance.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They'll run it on third and goal. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Splits the uprights. Good. And, guys, that 3-ball has us all tied up here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You see the offense trying to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers this space out the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate throw.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Now facing a third and long. Here's Reed to throw. Snagged out of the air. Breaks into the open. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth-quarter game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Texas A&M will have to boot it away.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Washington. Under fire. Avoids pressure on the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Working that left side now. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The give on the option. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. The Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. To the air, it's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Reed throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Horton. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Going to try to get it himself. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Craver. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Reed. Looking for the end zone. Caught along the right sideline. Give him 6. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. To throw, it's Washington. Makes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Got it in the middle, it's Fleming. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Wants to throw it again. Williams got it.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Back to pass on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Webb. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line. It'll be first down. We get a timeout here taken by the Terrapins. That will be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And on a corner route like that, the ball has got to come out quickly. That football is going to travel a long distance. So you got to get it out quick. You got to put enough air under the football so your receiver can locate it. Nice job executing between those two.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. Put a 3 spot on the board as we finish the third quarter. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And you can't start the half any better than that. You talk about going in, making halftime adjustments, talking about what they did. It looks like they knew exactly what they were going to do. Come out, read the pass, break on the football, make the pick, and draw first blood here in the third quarter.
Throwing Reed. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it. There he goes. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like...
Touchdown, Aggies! Makes the grab inbounds! The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They got the ball in great field position and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
24, Maryland, 13.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Dropping back, it's Washington. Just a short pass to the tight end. Could not make his way to the corner.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Looking for room, it's Howard. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Keep it on the ground. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Fourth down and short, you want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back, getting the football, getting downhill, making sure he gets that first down.
The Terrapins are flying down the field. Running inside, it's Howard. Makes it past the marker. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
And the Terrapins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
A designed run for the quarterback.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the designed quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. Third in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain. Now they're forced to punt.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's Reed to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Craver. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Once he got some room, it was over.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Looking for a man. It's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
On the ground, it's Owens. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The option look. He'll keep it on 2nd down. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Reed. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
So now it's 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Owens. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. Easy call for the ref. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Texas A&M 34, Maryland 16.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
The Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Here comes the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I'll tell you, you do not see a lot of big men with the ability to run like that defensive end did right there. The offense trying to trick him, trying to get the quarterback to the perimeter of the field, but just big man chasing down little man and getting to him quickly. That was impressive.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Throws to the back. They're working that left side. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The keeper on the option. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this third period. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Motion from the wide receiver. Reed. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Hauls it in. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. 4th down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the 4th down.
And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Trying to escape and get it himself.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Terrapins in the hurry up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Back to pass, it's Washington. Over the middle, it's Smith. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Got enough space. Touchdown, Maryland! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They tried to get the wall set up for him. Not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Gets open down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
2-14 close. 2-14 close.
throwing, Reed. Fires left. It's complete. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Rushes on him. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Webb. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Complete. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hope?
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Under fire, and down he goes.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
Red 18, red 18. Two minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He wants a big play here late. big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And I don't know how the offense was able to come up with that one, guys, but 4th and long, and they find a way. Everybody on defense had their eyes on the quarterback, but he was still able to just give his guy a chance, put it near his body. He makes a phenomenal effort and grab, and they keep the drive alive.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! Makes the grab in the corner. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits those uprights right in half. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Might as well stick with him. Spins away from the defense. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and...
There's some room. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and
breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Morrow. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Just going to keep it after the snap. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he's in! Touchdown, Aggies!
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Number 24, set to kick this one.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the books.
10.